and I'm not gonna do that either.
Yeah, I got. Well,
It can get ridiculous.
it's because sometimes you're looking for a movie on like one, and then but like it doesn't have it there, so you get the other one. So
Right.
you're like,
Dark web downloaded.
motherfucker, like, what the-
I'm not gonna download anything.
Exactly. So,
You're begging for a
I figured
problem.
I'm gonna just pay for all the services that are HBO Max, Disney Plus.
I'm not gonna pay for any of it.
And then wonder why you're getting charged $1,000 a month for
It could get really
As long as you
expensive
got
really
the money to
fast.
pay it, bro, you can't.
it. And then you're complaining that you don't have money yet to sell your iPhone or go back to your Android.
I'm trying to save money to retire. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, you see these people working at Walmart checking receipts, it's sad. They're 75 years old checking receipts at Walmart, and it breaks my heart. That's not gonna be me. It just simply isn't gonna happen. So all that money that,
What age are you gonna retire at?
huh?
At what age you gonna retire?
Not playing, will. I mean, I know what,
No, but like what age? You have, like, an
60,
age?
60,
You wanna
13.
keep teaching?
I don't think it's 60. I think I'll be a little antiquated by that point. I feel like there will be somebody that will be able to do a better. When you have a career, you don't want to do something to get paid. You want to do something because you feel accomplished, or I don't want to be ineffectual. I don't want to be going to a place and not have the effect that if somebody else can do it, I need to let them do it. So at 60, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, it is 8:30. You guys, good morning. We're having a long talk in here. Man, Friday's awesome today. Ever since Abel got in here, everything has been fantastic. We're gonna let everybody pile in here, and then I'm gonna give you guys instructions, and we're going to get started. You can do whatever you want to, buddy. Let everybody pile in here. How do you multitask on a screen? Well, I'm about to give you guys, I have just enabled screen sharing capabilities. Everyone now should be able to see a green button. I've been told by Diego 2 days ago that it is not yellow, but that it is green. Let's let everybody get in here really quick. Let's let everybody get in here so everybody can hear these instructions.
It's
You're someone cultured.
No, he doesn't say that.
Isn't that Ninja Turtle?
No, you look like I'm sorry.
Isn't that Michelangelo?
Here comes number one, the first person that's going to present today, Sarah Marino.
Y'all know the thing by Marvel?
Yeah, I know.
In the chat, in case you did not get the message yesterday through Remind on the order, I did have a random generator popsicle sticks that spit out a solution for the order of your presentations. Please, if you have not already seen that order, go ahead and open the document in the chat so that you can see the order in which we are going to present. See the order in which we are going to present. Abelito, no, that's Ollie. Let's see, how many people we have so far? 23. And we'll start at 8:35. Sarah, get ready. So what we're going to do in a moment, a couple of rules. Remember, you do have to have your camera on when you present. I will be looking at you. I'm going to also record this. All of this is going to be recorded. I'm not going to try to grade anybody as we are doing this. After this period, I will go back, I will watch the recording, and I will use the rubric to score you as you present. Right now, I want to give you my undivided attention. Everybody else should be giving everyone else their undivided attention. So you'll come on camera, you'll put your model, we'll be able to see you. You're going to explain your model. Show us what represents the phosphate groups, the deoxyribose, the nitrogenous bases. What did you use for your bonds? What did you use for your hydrogen bonds, your covalent bonds? Show us all those things. Show us the key. And then after that, I've got some beans. They all have little numbers on them. That is number 10. I will pull 4 beans out of the box, out of this little container, and there will be 4 numbers. I've got the questions right here. You must be looking at your camera. If you look down and start reading from your paper, no point. You have to be looking directly at the class. Directly at the class, like I'm looking at you right now, looking at the camera. And you have 3 seconds to answer the question. So if I said, how many it's like this is number 10. How many base pairs does it take to transcribe 1 codon? Easy question, answer it. You have 3 seconds. You don't get it done in 3 seconds, no point. The goal is to be able to get through half today, half on Tuesday. All right, we're at the bottom of your screen. You should have a share screen function. We are going to start with Sarah Marino. Make sure your microphone is working. Show us how it's done, Marino. Show us how it's done. Oh my gosh. Come on, Marino. There she is. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Can y'all see it?
No, no one can see anything. Of course we can see it.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
All right, so my name is Sarah, and this is my DNA model. So right here it goes 5 to 3 and 3 to 5 because the
Nice.
phosphates start from here and then here and here.
nice.
And then so for my nitrogen bases, I use foundation because they're bases and foundation is like the base of makeup.
Oh, let's see.
So I have what's it called? I have cytosine and then guanine, adenine, and thymine. And then I use primers for the hydrogen bases because like the primers bind the foundation to your face. So I thought it'd be like, hilarious. And for this one, it's 3 hydrogen bonds and then 2 hydrogen bonds. And then I use a drugstore for the 2 hydrogen bonds because like drugstore is cheaper than a high-end brand. So like
Is drugstore a brand?
So drugstore is like what you can get at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It's a cheaper price.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So since it's less than like a high end, I thought it'd be like hilarious because like 2 is greater or 2 is less than 3. So yeah. And then for my deoxyribose, I use a sugar lip balm because the deoxyribose is a 5-carbon sugar or a 5 yeah. So since it's made out of sugar, I thought like the main ingredient for the lip balm is sugar. So like yeah. And then for my phosphate group, I use a beauty blender because the phosphate group helps like with the structure of the backbone, and it helps shape the DNA. So like the beauty blender helps blend in the makeup so you can so your face looks well structured and like all the products are blended in.
So you're telling me none of your classmates use this then?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
my
Go ahead. This is the key.
yeah, that's basically it.
Excellent. You ready for your questions?
Yes.
All right, I'll put them in order. Let's see. Where is DNA found in eukaryotes?
In the nucleus.
Okay. How many hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine?
3.
I'm not telling anybody the numbers. They can't go, oh, where is that? Okay. What enzyme is responsible for DNA synthesis? So pairing the nitrogenous bases.
the covalent, oh wait, what was the question again?
What enzyme is responsible for DNA synthesis? So pairing of the nitrogenous bases.
I know it's a covalent bond.
Uh,
It starts with the P.
I believe you. All right. What happens to phenotypes when a dominant allele is paired with a recessive allele?
So like 50% is 50% is homozygous dominant, and then the other 50% is recessive.
Okie doke. Next person up. Thank you so much. Everybody give her a little round of applause. Everybody loves Sarah Marino. Sarah Marino. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Woo! All right, Gavin Lopez, you're the next contestant on The Pope is Right. Step right up, baby. Step right up. I love this day. It's the best day had all month. All year, 2021. Look at Gavin Lopez.
Can you hear me?
No, no one can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hit us.
All right. So these are the nitrogenous bases. The red one is adenine. The blue one is thymine. The green one is, I think, guanine, and then the yellow is cytosine. These black things that you see in the middle, they're the hydrogen bonds. They're tiles, they're Lego tiles. And technically I use these because they don't have any of the heads on top like these do. And so it shows that they're weak bonds. Then for the deoxyribose, I used the flat tile pins so that they were able to connect to the Technic pieces right here. And so that they were able to also connect onto the bases too, because you can put these onto the bases. Then I used the regular pin for the phosphate, so that can also connect to the other Technic piece to get to the other base. Not the base, the deoxyribose. I use these as covalent bonds because these are a lot more stronger than these are right here, the hydrogen bonds. Then, yeah, I think that's about it. It's pretty simple.
Got a key?
Oh, and this is, yes. These are the bases. This is the hydrogen bond, the flat tile piece. Cytosine, guanine, thymine, and adenine. These are, sorry, what'd you say?
I was just affirming your answer.
And then this is the backbone. This is deoxyribose. It's the flat tile with the pin. Phosphate is just the pin. And the covalent bond is the Technic piece that's a lot more stronger than the tiles.
Okay, I'm feeling better about my own. Okie dokie. Are you ready for your questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, now you gotta be looking at the camera, man. Y'all see him look away from the camera, y'all tell me. Yes. Sorry, kid. Okay, let's see. What are the rules for base pairing?
The rules for base pairing is that there's a specific base that goes with another base. For example, adenine goes with thymine, and cytosine goes with guanine. And there's a certain percentage of how many bases there are in each DNA that determines whether for the disease or a specific species.
How many base pairs does it take to transcribe one codon?
3 base pairs.
What are the components of a nucleotide?
It's the base, the deoxyribose, and the phosphate.
Is DNA replication conservative, dispersive, or semi-conservative?
Semi-conservative.
Right. Roger that. Gavin Lopez. Thank you very much. Everybody give Gavin Lopez a round of applause. Look at that kid, beautiful as the day is long. Oh my God, look at that guy. Okay, so let's see, the next contestant is going to be Ashmeet Upal. Okay.
I'm gonna share.
Please do. Always love when you share your screen because you look like you're in a police lineup. It's just a white wall behind you, right? You need to get you like a measuring stick and measure against the wall, and we can check your height.
Oh,
Because there's nothing behind her, it's just a straight white wall, right? It's like, whoa, where is she?
I mean, it's not completely white. It's kind of pink, but yeah,
Well, I'm colorblind. I don't see it.
true. Okay. Okay, so this will be, I'll be presenting my virtual model of DNA. So this is my model. For the phosphate groups, I have erasers. I chose erasers because of its solid form that relates to the phosphate groups. For the deoxyribose, I chose a stapler as a stapler binds things together, and deoxyribose is a connection point between the bases and the phosphate groups. I chose pens as the bases, as the black pen is cytosine, the red pen is guanine, the green pen is adenine, and the blue pen is thymine. I chose these pens as with pens we write, and in DNA, the bases write the code. The brown masking tape represents 3 hydrogen bonds, and the pink masking tape represents 2 hydrogen bonds. I chose tape as they hold things together, but tape is not as strong. And you have the 5 to 3 and the 3 to 5.
Excellent.
And this is my key.
Let's see that key. Okay, are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna get this.
Oh, wait.
Does
can you-
DNA transcribe from the 3' end to the replication fork? If so, explain why not. No, if so, explain, and if not, explain.
The lagging strand always goes to 3 to 5, but it works backwards in an Okazaki fragment.
Okay, is the bonding of the nitrogenous bases, is it still 3 to 5, or is it that the DNA polymerase drops back and starts over, and that's what you mean by 3 to 5?
It drops back to 5 to 3.
Okay, here we go for the next one. How many base pairs does it take to transcribe one codon? Man, I really like that one, Donna.
3. It takes 3.
Okay. Y'all watch that kid's shifty eyed Ashmeet, you know it. Which nucleotides are present in DNA? Oh, that's a tough one. What are we ever gonna do about that one? Oh, look at the camera, look at the camera.
Sorry. Guanine, cytosine, thymine, and adenine.
Okay, 18. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Why must DNA synthesis result in identical copies of DNA?
Because of, so there will be identical daughter strands, and there will be less chances of mutations, and the proteins will be more be able to be generated more.
Thank you very much. Everybody give Ashmeet big rounds of applause. And don't choose her in the lineup. She's not the one who committed the crime. She's not the one who committed it. She's not guilty. Don't. Oh, look, y'all look, all these people were giving you hand claps. That's awful sweet. Okay, next person on, the Pope is right. Come on down, is Manas. Manas. Yes. And he's in the virtual environment. Look at that. He's double
You guys
working.
can all see my screen, right? Just wanna make
Yes, we all can.
Okay. So this is my DNA model. As you can see, it's very well thought out. So for the phosphate group, I thought of something solid. So I picked the rock because, you know, he's the rock. Oxyribose over here. So it's something, it has to do with sugar. So I picked my favorite thing made out of sugar, which is a Boston cream donut.
Yuck.
Then we have, here, I'll just go to my key. So we have guanine guanine and cytosine as the brown and white baseballs. And they're bonded by the wooden baseball bat, which is the 3 hydrogen bonds. And then we have the red and blue, or I guess you could say blue and white baseball, or the Dodgers baseball, for adenine and thymine. And then we have a metal baseball bat to represent the 2 hydrogen bonds. Yeah, and then that's my model, and then here's the key.
Roger that. Are you ready for your question?
Just give me 1 second. I just,
Huh?
okay, there you go.
All right, here we go. How many nitrogenous bases are between each groove of a double helical structure of DNA?
Could you repeat the question?
How many nitrogen bases are between each groove in the double helical structure of DNA?
There are 10 nitrogenous bases between each group.
Roger that. Do nitrogenous bases bond to deoxyribose or phosphate groups?
They bond to deoxyribose.
What are the 3 components of a nucleotide?
They are the phosphate group, the deoxyribose, and the nitrogenous base.
What is the result of replication? In which phase of the cell cycle does this occur in?
So the result of replication are 2 DNA molecules, each with 1 newly replicated strand and 1 original strand from the parent, and it occurs in S phase.
Everybody give Monas a big round of applause. Look at that beautiful child. Yeah. All right. How many people hand clap? There you go. We got actual hand claps. Yay. Keaton's blowing a horn. He's blowing a horn. Heck yeah. Okay, I'll believe that. All right, let's see. Next contestant on the Pope is right. Come on down. Big prizes, big money. I love it. LeVar. I got LeVar in
This is my project. Can I start?
Ooh, y'all got hush. I can barely hear me. Speak up as loud as you can, kiddo.
I said this is my DNA project. For the phosphate groups, I have chicken because chicken is high in phosphorus. And then for the deoxyribose, I have Coca-Cola can because it's really high in sugar. Deoxyribose is sugar. And for my nitrogenous bases, I have dum-dums. Adenine is blue and orange, red, and green. Sorry. And yeah. For my hydrogen bonds, I have Troy Aikman because he has 2 rings, and also football players like passing. Yeah, and I have Eli Manning because Troy Aikman has 3 rings and Eli Manning has 2 rings. And yeah.
I was trying to understand that. I was like, okay, how do these represent hydrogen bonds? I got you. They have Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl.
Yes,
Okay, got you. LeVar, you do realize that you look like you're 12 years old on camera, right? You look like you're 12. Are you sure you're not in the 6th grade? Look at that kid. Look at that. All right, here we go. No, I'm not gonna say what number it is. You gotta be looking at the camera. I'm gonna warn you guys, look at the camera. Does DNA replicate from the 5' to the replication fork? If so, explain. If not, explain.
Yes, because the 5 end of the primer doesn't change, and synthesis is only on the leading strand.
Let's see. Do nitrogen bases bond to deoxyribose or a phosphate group?
Deoxyribose.
Which nucleotide is absent in DNA?
Uracil.
How is a prokaryotic chromosome different than a eukaryotic chromosome?
A prokaryotic chromosome is found in the cytoplasm, while a eukaryotic chromosome is found in the nucleus.
There's actually multiple answers that you could get for that one. You only need one. But man, na 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 na, but man, na 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 na. Okay. Let's go to the next contestant. Everybody give him a round of applause. The 12-year-old child that got into his junior year of high school. That's amazing. It's amazing. He's advanced. He's advanced. Let's see. Caleb. That is you.
That's me. That's me. Hold on. Can y'all see that?
No.
Is it visible? I can't tell. My camera's on.
It's on. Go, go.
All right. So I got a blue Jolly Rancher for the phosphate group, and I put a green Skittle for the deoxyribose, and I have a box of sour Skittles for cytosine, and then I have a one flavor warhead for the 2 bonds, and I have the sour nerds as guanine, Sour Patch Watermelon as adenine, and then I have the 2 flavor warheads as the 3 bonds, because it's stronger than 2 bonds, so there's more flavors. And then I got the Sour Patch Extreme as thymine.
Yes, give us your key.
Key? All right, let me share my screen because it's on the. I gotta change. Oh my gosh. Hold on. No, don't leave the meeting. Stop the share. All right.
Ta-da. Okay. Gotcha. All right, are you ready for your question? How many hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine?
2 bonds.
Okay. Does DNA transcribe from the 3' to the replication fork? If so, explain. If not, explain.
Oh no. What's DNA transcribe? Wait, repeat the question.
Does DNA transcribe from the 3' to the replication fork? If so, explain. If not, explain.
That's the only one I didn't answer. Crap.
That's time.
Dang it.
What is the term for an organism possessing the same 2 alleles for a gene?
Homozygous.
How is chromatin different than chromosomes?
Chromatin is what makes up chromosomes, I think, right?
There's multiple ways to answer that question. All right, thank you. Next contestant on the post is right is going to be see.
Stop sharing.
No, maybe my phone hates me with a mask. Miriam Yang, Miriam Yang.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh. There we go.
There we go.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Here is
Legend,
my
Legend of Zelda.
it's actually Minecraft, virtual DNA model, and I was inspired by the game Minecraft. This is my model, and the reason I chose iron ingots for the phosphate group is because that they're one of the stronger ores that you can use if you're not able to access diamonds. I chose golden apples for deoxyribose because apples are sweet. And my golden swords are cytosine, my wooden swords are guanine, my diamond swords are thymine, and my netherite swords are adenine. And for my hydrogen bonds, I picked diamonds for my 3 hydrogen bonds because they're worth more than emeralds, while my emeralds are my 2 hydrogen bonds. And this is my key.
Dokie, Pinoki. Are you ready for your questions? By the way, everybody loved it in here. They're like, oh, I'll be like, oh man, that's smart. He must be a Roblox fan. Or Minecraft, I don't know, Minecraft, Roblox, whatever you guys play. I don't know. Never played Roblox. What's the difference, man? I don't know. Let's not get into this. Oh man, okay. Marginal differences. In the backbone of DNA, what joins deoxyribose to another molecule of deoxyribose?
Wait, could you repeat that question?
In the backbone of DNA, what joins deoxyribose to another molecule of deoxyribose?
The deoxyribose is connected by a 5 hydro group and by a 3 hydro group. And it's also known as the phosphodiester bond.
Where is DNA found in eukaryotes? I got to remind you guys to look at the camera.
The DNA is found in the inside the nucleus.
What occurs to phenotypes when 2 dominant alleles are paired?
What happens is that if they have I'm so sorry, could you repeat the question?
All right, hold on. What occurs when 2 dominant alleles are paired?
What occurs is that they form a heterozygous dominant trait.
Okay, and where is DNA found in prokaryotes?
And DNA is found floating in the cytoplasm of the cell.
Much of that. Thank you so much. Look at that wonderful child with her, it's not Roblox, it's Minecraft, her Minecraft presentation. There you go. Yeah. Woo!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody give that kid a round of applause. All right, so let's see. All right. Keaton.
Hello, give me a second to share my screen. Okay, can you see that? And can you hear me?
See.
All right.
I need a balanced breakfast.
So mine is based around breakfast foods. So we have bacon as cytosine and an egg as guanine. and a pan is 3 bonds. And bread is adenine, and butter is thymine, and the knife is 2 bonds. And then for phosphate group, I wanted something high in sugar, so I picked some cereal. And milk is high in phosphorus, so it represents the phosphate group. And here's the key. I added, even though uracil is not here, I added it because, well, uracil is similar to thymine. And if thymine is butter, then I should pick something similar to butter that's not quite butter. I just kept that in because I thought it was funny.
Yep, that's nice. I can't believe it's not butter. Can't believe it's not thymine.
And as a little extra thing, I made a model of replication using the base pairing rules
Ooh, look at
with,
helicase. Awesome.
with a helicase as a large donut, because what's something that easily breaks up your breakfast from being balanced? A donut.
Oh, that's
It's
clever.
obvious.
I like that.
It's obvious. And as DNA polymerase 3, I used forks because you can use them to stick together your stacks of pancakes.
Nice. Nice. Dig it. Okay, are you ready for your questions?
Sure.
All right. How many hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine?
3.
Beautiful. What percentage of organisms on Earth use DNA as their genetic information?
100%.
What are the 3 components of a nucleotide?
Deoxyribose, phosphate group, and the nitrogenous base.
What enzyme is responsible for DNA synthesis, meaning pairing the nitrogenous bases?
DNA polymerase.
Everybody get a round of applause. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I gotta give Keaton some love. I think they're losing their steam on clapping, man. Y'all give this kid some class. All right. Here you go. Next contestant is going to be Chastity Wynn. Chastity Wynn. We can't hear you. You got to put your mic on, kiddo. Can you guys hear her?
He's muted.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay, so this is my virtual DNA model. Yeah. Okay, so for my hydrogen bases, I use erasers because if you stick 2 pencils into an eraser like very hard, you can't get it unstuck. And then I use the pencils, and then I use the mechanical pencils because those 2 go together, and usually most people have both of them. And then the pencil is guanine, and then the mechanical pencil is cytosine. And then for the next one, the red pen is the adenine, and then the blue pen is the thymine. And I use those 2 because most of the time when you grade papers, you use a red and a blue pen. And then the reason for the 2 colored eraser is because it's the 2 bond. And then for the regular pink one, that's the 3 one. And then the reason why I use the pencil sharpeners for the sugar is because you can't use a pencil without sharpening it. And then so, for example, like you can't use the nitrogen bases and pair it with the phosphate group without the sharpener. And then the reason why I use a binder clip for the phosphate group is just it uses to bind the whole DNA together. And
Awesome.
then
Let's check out that key. Okie doke. Get ready. You ready for your question?
no,
Let's see. How many base pairs does it take to transcribe one codon?
3.
Are mutations always deleterious? If not, how else could they be categorized?
No, they're not always deleterious. They can be categorized into 2 groups, one being chromosomal mutations and one being single base mutations.
Let's. What? Yeah, we like this one. Which enzyme is responsible for DNA synthesis, meaning pairing the nitrogenous bases?
DNA polymerase.
What occurs to phenotypes when 2 dominant alleles are paired?
You get homozygous phenotypes.
Okay, thank you very much. Everybody give that kid a round of applause. Yeah, kid's great. You gotta see if you can join the class. You've been distance, been fun so far. Let's see. Randy Rosenbaum, you don't say, you don't say. What, the kids need to hear you, though. I'll turn my volume down so there's no.
Okay. So for my DNA project, I had sugar packets represent the deoxyribose because deoxyribose is sugar, but I just had the regular sugar packets. And then for my nitrogenous bases, I have the little brains because your brain is what decides what you do and how you do it, and the nitrogenous bases decide how the DNA is going to be coded. So I have yellow brains are cytosine, and the purple are guanine. Red is adenine, and green is thymine. And I used zippers to connect the brains because zippers, you can unzip them with the thing, like helicase can unzip the bonds between. So I have 3 zippers to connect cytosine and guanine, and 2 for adenine and thymine. And then I used pink Himalayan salt as a phosphate group because phosphate is oxygen and salt. And that's how I connected them. And then there's my key.
Okay, are you ready for your 3 questions?
I guess so.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What are the rules for base pairing?
Adenine pairs with thymine and guanine pairs with cytosine.
How many base pairs does it take to transcribe one codon?
3.
Which nucleotides are present in DNA?
I don't know that one.
Sorry, it's time. Let's see. What is the term for an organism possessing the same 2 alleles or a trait?
A homozygous.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, everybody give this child a round of applause. Round of applause. Young child.
All right. So this is my DNA virtual project, and I got my inspiration from Genshin Impact, a gacha game. All right. So for my phosphate groups, I went with Zhongli. He is like one of the strongest archons. Archons being like gods of Genshin, right? He's really strong, and the reason why I chose him is because he literally shaped the Liyue region, which is like a region of the game, and he shaped a big part of it by during the Arkham War. He used his spear to make mountains and whatnot and destroy mountains, right? For example, if you visit the Gunyun Stone Forest, he literally made that place out of his spears. Like he threw them down from the sky and made like huge mountains, of like rocks, right? I went with cryo slimes for the what do you call it? For Deoxyribus, because there's a character named Zhangling who loves to cook, and she loves to cook with weird stuff, and that's one being the cryo slime. She likes to add slime to her meals. Honestly, they look good. And then I put the spears as cytosine and guanine, with the sacrificial fragments being the 3 hydrogen bonds. And then I went with the wolf's gravestone and the bell for the thymine and adenine. And I went with the Favonius codex for the 2 hydrogen bonds. And then it's my key. I can't hear you, Mr. Pope. Hello?
Mr. Pope, I think there was another mic issue, like class to class.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was saying, baby, you do realize like I have no idea what those characters are, right? I totally understand your model, but you're like, and this guy, he and we all know he did this, of course, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm just like, I really love this game. Like,
No,
I just started
totally-
rambling on. I started.
No, you didn't ramble. I mean, I was just thinking, okay, what you got? But that was my confusion with Roblox and what was it again? Minecraft. Lord have mercy. Okay. Are you ready for your 3 questions?
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether you're ready or not. You get ready. Here they come. Why do organisms possess different traits but use the same nucleotides?
Different organisms possess different traits because of evolution, and this is because evolution values the preferred mutations, right? So, for example, like moths, there was a time during the Industrial Revolution where the pollution made the trees from white to black, so the darker moths started to survive. So the trait changed from being a white moth to a black moth, and we use the same nucleotides because we all come from the same, the same ancestor.
All right, let me ask you a follow-up question. And I believe it was you I was speaking with last night. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because there was a multiple of you. What would be different in those nucleotides between those 2 variants of those moths? Why would they express a different color? Not on a macro sense, because of selection, but on a physiological sense.
The phenotypes?
See. Okay. What is the term for an organism possessing the same 2 alleles for a gene?
Homozygous.
What is a monomer? What is the monomer for a polymer of DNA?
Nucleotides.
Does DNA replicate from a 5' to a 3'? If so, explain. If not, explain.
DNA does replicate from a 5N to a 3N because the DNA polymerase can only add new nucleotides from the 5' to 3' direction.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you, no, I don't want to say it. You did a good job with that. I was gonna ask a follow-up question just to probe you, but I could throw other people off later on. Good job. Everybody give this kid a round of applause, a round of applause. What a wonderful child. What a wonderful child. Yeah, Hakabo. All right, let's see. Next contestant on the page is right is going to be. That's Kayla this time. Sorry, Kayla. I almost overshot you earlier. All right, we'll keep moving along. Brianna Landry. Landry. I don't know if you got my text last night, Landry, but I saw your video. That was great.
Okay, can y'all see my screen?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Did you get my text last night?
Yes, I did. All right, here's my virtual model. I use fruits. So for my phosphate group, I use bananas because usually in like stores, they put a lot of phosphates in it to make it like stay longer on the shelves. So that's why I put that as my phosphate group. For my deoxyribose, I chose passion fruit because it contains a lot of sugar. Like it's one of the one fruit that contains a lot of sugar. And then for my hydrogen bonds, I use oranges as my 3 hydrogen bonds and strawberries as my 2 because oranges contain more sugar than the strawberries. So I put them as the higher one, as a 3 hydrogen instead of the 2. And then for my adenine and thymine, I chose papayas as the adenine. And then for the thymine, I chose pineapples. And then for my guanine and cytosine, I chose dragon fruits and dragon fruits and jackfruits. And
Yeah.
here,
I was
my
wondering if that's what those were.
yeah. And then here's my key for those.
You know, I actually had jackfruit for the first time in 2020. Never had it before. It was. Have you eaten that?
No, I haven't.
It's mediocre. Okay. You ready for your questions? Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. I've got in the backbone of DNA, what joins deoxyribose to another molecule of deoxyribose?
The adenine and the thymine.
Okay, let's see. How many hydrogen bonds between adenine and thymine?
3.
Do nitrogen bases bond to deoxyribose or phosphate groups?
Phosphate groups.
Are mutations always deleterious? If not, how else could they be categorized?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay, don't worry about it. Chill. We're good. All right, everybody give this child a round of applause. A round of applause. Heck yeah, let's see. Dev.
Okay, so this is my virtual DNA model project. Okay, I'm gonna go to a different. Okay, so this is my DNA model. So I did a 3D. I went with the 3D model, and for black, which is selected right now in blue. Wait, can you see from blue, Mr. Pope?
Hey.
Okay, so for what's highlighted in blue, that's the phosphate group, and then for gold, which is selected right now, is my deoxyribose, and then for red, that's guanine, and then for green, it's cytosine. For blue, I picked that's for the triple bond, And for pink, that is thymine, and purple is adenine, and then the orange is my double bond. And then my key.
Roger that. Is that okay? That was an answer. Okay. Okay, are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Where is DNA found in prokaryotes?
DNA in prokaryotes is found in the nucleoid, which is in the cytoplasm.
How many hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine? You gotta be looking at the camera.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I didn't hear.
How many hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine?
3.
What is the monomer for a polymer of DNA? This time.
Oh, okay.
All right. How many hydrogen bonds between adenine and thymine?
2.
Roger that. Done deal, Lucille. Okay, everybody give Def round of applause, round of applause. How much time do we have? We've got 14 minutes. We can do this. Oh, come on, phone. Kimberly Turner. Kimberly Turner.
I'm going to use my phone as the mic, but my computer camera is on. Is that fine?
What? Okay, is your computer camera's on, but what again?
But my phone is the mic.
Oh, is your mic? Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as I can see. No, don't catfish us with your picture. There you go.
Okay. All right.
All right, you got it. Let's hear it. Let's see it.
Let me figure out how to do this. Wait.
Your project, that isn't your avatar. This is like, how do you have, oh, that's why I see this. That's, I see why you're, yeah. Okay, it makes more sense now. I was really confused.
Okay. I don't know. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I know, check it out.
Let me see if it's presenting. Okay, great. All right, so you guys know this game. You know it, you love it. This game impacted our childhood. This game helped us with boredom. And this game mostly introduced us to gaming. And you know it's Super Mario Bros. So this project is inspired by Super Mario Bros. Because Super Mario Bros. Contains a lot of parts and building blocks that makes up into one big thing. So, which is just like DNA, we all have the components that makes DNA. Okay, so the bricks represent the phosphate groups, solids. The mushroom is deoxy. They're like soft. They kind of look like candy, basically. The red piranha, like the piranha plant, it represents the guanine, and the green piranha plant represents the cytosine. The black piranha plant represents the thymine, while the brown/olive colors represent the adenine. And then for the yellow stars, the superstars, we already know they're like the best thing to collect. So they represent the 3 hydrogen bonds. And then the red star, which is kind of mostly uncommon, represents the 2 hydrogen bonds. And this is my key.
Hey, can you give me 15 seconds?
Yeah.
I had somebody walk into the classroom. Sorry.
Yeah, they have.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of put it on the line against the persons that are here. Those 2 persons are here. So Diego and Abel. She needs to see you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. Apologize. Okay, are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
So let's see. Where is DNA found in prokaryotes?
It is found in the nucleoid, aka cytoplasm.
Roger that. What are the components of a nucleotide?
Deoxy sugar, phosphate group, and nitrogenous base.
What percentage of organisms on Earth use DNA as genetic information?
100%.
Which nucleotide is absent from DNA?
Uracil.
All right. Can you go back to your model?
Yeah.
Get ready, everybody. Huh? I don't know. You probably still make it, right? I don't know what's. I don't know what that's all about. So I could do. I don't either. Do y'all know the song or not? You do know it? I think it's great. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I give her a round of applause. Big round of applause. All right. Good job. Let's see. You hear. She's not here. She's somewhere else. You hear.
Give me a.
That's the one game I actually know. I could distinguish that from Roblox. I could distinguish that from, what was the other one?
Genshin.
What is it?
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact. Yes. Genshin Impact. You start talking about slime stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? This people cook with slime? What is it? What are you talking about? Oh, man. All right, here's you hear. You hear's here. Here he is. I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. Great. Where are you, in a dungeon somewhere? You hear? Look at you. You're like, the Underlord.
I am in my room currently. Okay, so this is my virtual DNA model. And I did the Cowboys as a theme, like always. But the chefs are the phosphate groups because they have a chain working with them to make sure everything is good. And the sugars, the apple is the deoxyribose, since it has a lot of sugar in it. And then Amari Cooper is one of them because and him and Dak are paired up because they work together, and the football is the 3 hydrogen bonds because they have been playing for 3 seasons together already. And then Ezekiel Elliott and the offensive line are paired up by the 2 hydrogen bonds because this is a rushing title, which means Zeke has the most rushing yards in the league, and he already has 2 of those in his career.
All right, let's check out that key. Okay, that works out. Who is the better player? Dak, Coop, or Zeke?
Well, they're all different positions, but right now I would say Dak.
You lost. You
Bruh.
failed. I think Coop has more character. Well, I don't know. I think Zach has a lot of character too. They're both humble people, but Coop is, I think that guy is gold. He's a Superman. Like, not me, like even just outside athletics, but he's a very solid, moral, ethical person. I like him a lot. All right, are you ready for these questions?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Oh, which nucleotide is absent in DNA? Boy, I sure like that one.
Uracell is, yeah.
All right. Let's see. What is the result of replication? Which phase of the cell cycle does this occur?
It is in the S phase, and it allows for donor cells to be produced. Uh,
19. Are mutations always deleterious? If not, how else could they be categorized?
No, they could be categorized as insertion, frame shift, and point mutations, I believe.
Is DNA replication conservative, semi-conservative, or dispersive?
Semi-conservative.
Roger Dodger. All right. Let's see, we have enough time for one more. We're going to go one more. Actually, I think we're going to pause. I think I'm just literally going to pause right there. We only have 3 minutes. I think we would rush it, and I don't want to rush it. You guys did a really remarkable job, We will pick up on Tuesday, and we will pick up with, hold on, let's see who would be next. Cuenca, you will begin on Tuesday. I'm curious, who really impressed you today? Drop it in the chat. Who really impressed you with their, and there could be multiple reasons. I heard a lot of oohs and ahs in here. It doesn't even have to be about the model. It could be a way they answered the question. It could have been what they were doing. What impressed you today? Lots. Yeah, but what about them impressed you? Give a little information. Just kind of curious. Really? That's nice that you guys are being so nice to each other. Really, really nice. Yeah. Roger that. Everybody's giving, it's a big love fest. You guys are, oh, I love you too. You're my friend. I love you, my friends. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. We come back, we have 2 days, and then woo, we're going to spring break. 2 days. You guys be good. Make sure you play in the streets, and everybody in here, please clean your desk. See you guys on Tuesday. Bye-bye, babies.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.